Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on this channel and another video with the diss track American Saga. Well, my, haven't the tables turned? Let's do a reaction video to Vexo against Ghost King. Who'd have thought it? Let's get into it, shall we? Well, here we are. I would never have thought the day would come where Vexo would come onto our side. Well, it's clearly happened, hasn't it? Because Shotta got shot by Vexo and it's a diss track against Ghost King. So I'm going to do what I normally do with the reaction video, is watch it through first, and then the second bit I will pause it and react to different lines.
Say a man's defined by his name. So what's it mean when you can't decide on one? Caleb, let's talk. You wanted attention? You fucking got it. Let's start at the start with the identity crisis, a pathetic psychosis. From ex-set thug to ex-set chaos, your whole fucking chronology is bogus. Never met a single soul from ex-set, just another lie that you can't keep. You were a fan, not a member, a second grader, trying to hang with 10th graders. You're a memory leaper. And it was Zodic, not Zornak, you dumb prick. Who gives a shit how it's spelled when the story you're telling is a carousel of hell, a fraudulence carousel? Then Ghost King, the irony stinging, a pale little phantom who isn't bringing anything but lies. You're wearing disguises, a man with 100 faces and no surprises. Made a face channel, that was a dead end. Funny how that phase just up and ended. Now you're top shotter, give me a fucking break. You're a top block, a lot of noise that you make, but there's no hit. You're just a misfit. Bought your subs on a website and clicked the wrong tab, you dumb shit. Exposed on stream, a fraudulent dream. Your whole kingdom's built on a false regime. Remember when you beefed with Ali? Said you won that battle, what a folly. He dropped the last track and you just hid, cause you knew that your ass was gonna get rid of every shred of credibility, your entire ability, your lack of a real one. You're just a clone, you see, you made a new channel and you ran away, claiming this and Ali is a waste of my day. Nah, you're a coward, you were overpowered, devoured, and left cowering for hours. Then you came crawling, calling me a rap bro, begging me to help you with your shitty little flow. Behind the scenes, you were kissing my ass, hoping my talent would give you a pass, but I refused to be used by your fake who was confused. I write my own music, I can't be your muse. You need my production, my instruction, cause you got no function. You're a malfunction, your tracks are fire. Nah, they're a controlled burn, a lesson in what the fuck the people don't yearn for. Clear the room so we can breathe. You're a wannabe, I'm the MC, you're just a disease. And let's discuss your physique, it's honestly weak, it's almost making me weep with laughter. You're a pale white disaster, a greaseball ginger who needs a plaster cast for your fragile ass jaw. You got no definition, you're a flaw in the human design, a failed assembly line, trying to flex muscles that are barely aligned on your arm, which is softer than bread. You got a pot belly hanging off your head, a true mutation, a consternation with that Budweiser beanie hiding your frustration. Your teeth, Jesus Christ, they're socially distancing. There's more space than existence. Gaps in your gums, gaps in your tunes, gaps in your logic under the moon. Shadow said it best, but I'll say it clearer. You got a gap where your talent should have been here, and you use fried trap oil for your hair. A greasy ass mess with no style to spare. You're a joke, a punchline, a walk-in, talking bottom of the barrel design. But let's get real serious for a second. Let's talk about why you really disappeared. You told your fans you had lung cancer, stage 4, a terminal diagnosis, right before your court date. How convenient. The only thing terminal about you, Caleb, is your fucking ability to tell the truth. You didn't have shortness of breath. You had shortness of freedom, a terminal sentence. You didn't want to lead them with the truth, so you cooked up a lie. Said the doctors gave you a weed pen to get you high as a treatment for lung cancer. Are you fucking daft? That's the most moronic cover-up I've ever had to unpack. But then like magic, you're all cured. Back on the vape, your lies obscured from the felony indictment you were facing. The reason your whole world was erasing itself. You weren't sick, you were just locked in a cell. A story you thought you could never tell, but it's out now, Caleb Thompson of Fulton, Maine. A sick motherfucker playing a sick game. Kidnapping and assault, held a girl in your house. Live string yourself as a cop, a scared little mouse. Impersonating a servant, threatening arrest, putting that poor woman to the test. Your own family had to turn you in. They weren't snitching, bro, they were taking out the bin. And now you're in a home, supervised care. You told your viewers you were with your gang there. No, you're under house arrest with a GPS on your leg. A top shotter whose whole future's a dread. Image number 5821, that's your new name. It's easy to say it, put your lies to shame. You're a ghost king whose kingdom is a care home, a top shotter who will never again roam. You're a disgrace to the name, a fucking bottom feeder in the game of life, filled with shame. You're not a ghost king or a top shotter. You're just Caleb, and that's the biggest diss of all. Caleb.
So that is why the song is called Shotter. Got shot because his new Ghost King's new channel, Ghost King's new channel is called Shotter Music or something like that. So some absolutely fantastic disses in there. I had to laugh because they were brilliant. So now I'm going to do my proper pause and react to it. I must admit, for everyone on this channel who's taken part in this series, some of these music artists like Vexo, Jammy, Thunder, and One Shadow, Hutch, they can all write music, absolutely fantastic. But me, I can't write music. I'm not any good at it, and I've always admitted I'm not a rapper, I'm not a singer, because I know I'm not very good at it. But you guys seem to like my music, so I'll carry on. Anyway, let's do a rewind, if I can, and we'll restart. Right, here we go.
They say a man's defined by his name. So what's it mean when you can't decide on one? Caleb, let's talk.
So what he means by that is Ghost King has had so many names. He's had, hang on.
You wanted attention?
Here we go, hang on.
You fucking got it. Let's start at the start with the identity crisis, a pathetic psychosis from ex-set thug to ex.
So he originally started with ex-set thug, then he went to ex-set chaos, then he went to Thug Beats, then Zarnak the Menace, and then it went to Zarnak the Menace, then it went to, what was it? Ghost King, and now he's called Shotter but on a different channel. So he's had 6 different names in, I want to say 9-10 months. Within the year, let's just say within a year to make it easier. So he's had way too many names. So wonder why.
Set chaos, your whole fucking chronology is bogus. Never met a single soul from X-Set, just another lie that you can't keep. You were a fan, not a member, a second grader, trying to hang with 10th graders.
Second grader. So what is going on there is, as we know, he had underage mods on his channel. That's probably another reason why it got deleted. And that is why he's saying 10th graders, because of the underage mods.
Was Zarnak, not Zarnak, you dumb prick!
Zarnak, not, yes! I started that and everyone just carried on with it. Brilliant.
Then Ghost King, the irony stinging, a pale little phantom who isn't
Pale,
bringing
yeah.
anything but lies. You're wearing disguises, a man with 100 faces and no surprises. Made a face channel, that was a dead end.
Yeah, it was FaZe Ruggles, something like that. It was a gaming channel. I exposed that, got deleted. He also made another channel, I can't remember what it was, again got deleted because I exposed him. I swear every time I expose him he just deletes the channels, which is actually quite funny because he doesn't want to be found. But at the start, why did he want beef with me at the start with it, 10-12 months ago? Can't handle the heat, clearly.
Phase just up and ended. Now you're top shotter. Give me a fucking break. You're a top block. A lot of noise that you make, but there's no hit. You're just a misfit. Bought your subs on a website and clicked the wrong tab. You dumb.
Again, because he was caught on that page, he quickly turned to my YouTube channel, which is quite funny because he had my channel up on a tab, but he got caught on live stream with a little tab and buying subs and views, which I'll show you in a minute in his new channel. Is quite hilarious. He's done it again because he's got 111 subscribers, which probably bought, and he's got 18,000 views on one of them and something like 13,000 on another. Doesn't add up.
Shit, exposed on stream, a fraudulent dream. Your whole kingdom's built on a false regime. Remember when you beefed with Ali? Said you won that battle? What a folly! He dropped the last track and you just hid, cause you knew that your ass was gonna get rid of every shred of credit.
I gave him 72 hours and I posted it as a short. He then returned a short saying, fuck your 72 hours, I'll make music when I want or something like that. And never responded. And it took a week for him to respond. And then he, within a couple of days of his music, well, I say his music, his flop track dropping, his supposed girlfriend deleted that video and apparently a couple of others, but all he was doing was bloody writing love songs called Spider. What the hell is that about? Was he in love with a spider?
Ability, your entire ability, your lack of a real one. You're just a clone. You see, you made a new channel and you ran away. Claiming
Multiple
this
times.
alley is a waste of my day. Nah, you're a coward. You were overpowered.
He said, his words, I want to bring Ali out of retirement. Well, clearly can't handle the heat if I've just run him over, I've steamrolled him, and it's just disappeared.
Devoured and left cowering for hours. Then you came crawling, calling me a rap bro, begging me to help you with your shitty little flow. Behind the scenes, you were kissing my ass, hoping my talent would give you a...
But you got to remember, Vexo started out with making diss tracks against Ghost, and then he deleted those, and then went on to Ghost's side, dissing me and my side, and now his channel has been deleted, and now he's gone back to dissing Ghost, which actually I find quite funny.
Past, but I refuse to be used by a fake who was confused. I write my own music, I can't be your muse. You need my production, my instructions.
So what you mean there is I write my own music is a dig at Ghost, saying I write my own music, I don't use ChatGPT, I don't use what's it called, copyright free music or words or whatever. He actually writes and takes time with his song, as we can clearly see here.
Cause you got no function, you're a malfunction, your tracks are fire. Nah, they're a controlled burn, a lesson in what the fuck the people don't yearn for. Clear the room so we can breathe. You're a wannabe, I'm the MC, you're just a disease. And let's discuss your physique. It's honestly weak, it's almost making me weep with laughter. You're a pale white disaster, a greaseball ginger. Who needs a fucking plaster cast for your fragile ass jaw? You got no definition, you're a flaw in the human design, a failed assembly line. Trying to flex muscles that are barely aligned on your arm, which is softer than bread. You got a pot belly.
I remember he was live on stream once, Ghost King, and he was doing these really, really bad press-ups. Like he was like, no one does press-ups like that. He's just showing off on camera. And then one of my mates went on to the chat and said something like, you're really bad at press-ups. And he got really mad really quickly. And it was funny as hell to watch. His rage bait is so small. It's, you just say something against him and he gets really annoyed. It's funny, and then he starts blinking like that. It's like, what is this bot?
Hanging off your head, a true mutation, a consternation with that Budweiser beanie hiding your frustration. Your teeth, Jesus Christ, they're socially distancing. There's more space than existence.
Gaps in your teeth, gaps in your tunes. So that's another way of putting it. Socially distancing. That is fantastic. Great lyrics.
Gaps in your gums, gaps in your tunes, gaps in your logic.
There you go.
The moon. Shadow said it best, but I'll say it clearer. You got a gap where your talent should have been here, and you use dry trap oil for your hair. A greasy ass mess with no style to spare. You're a joke, a punchline, a walk-in, talking bottom of the barrel design. But let's get real serious for a second. Let's talk about why you really disappeared. You told your fans you had lung cancer, stage 4, a terminal diagnosis. Right.
He even put it on his YouTube Shorts. Obviously, I can't show you now because the channel's deleted. Like, he had stage 4 cancer. And then when he came out of jail 3 months later, nothing was said about it. It just brushed it under the carpet. Like his talent, brushing it under the carpet.
For your court date, how convenient. The only thing terminal about you,
August
Caleb,
21 and done.
is your fucking ability to tell the truth. You didn't have shortness of breath. You had shortness of freedom. A terminal sentence. You
wonder
didn't
how
want to
those cells
lead 'em
work,
with
by the way.
truth,
3
so you
months and
cooked up a
that.
lie. Said the doctors gave you a weed pen to get you high as a treatment for lung cancer. Are you fucking
You just
daft?
don't
That's the
get
most
a weed
moronic
pen for
cover-up
lung
I've ever
cancer.
had to unpack. But then, like magic, you're all cured. cured. Back on the vape, your lies obscured from the felony indictment you were facing. The reason your whole world was erasing itself. You weren't sick, you were just locked in a cell. A story you thought you could never tell, but it's out now. Caleb Thompson of Fulton, Maine, a sick motherfucker playing a sick game, kidnapping and assault. Held a girl in your house, live string yourself as a cop, a scared little mouse, impersonating a servant, threatening arrest, putting that poor woman to the test. Your own family had to turn you in. They weren't snitching, bro. They were taking out the bin, and
They
now
were
you're in
taking
a
out
hole.
the bin.
Supervised
That's
care. You
fantastic.
told your viewers you were with your gang there. No, you're under house arrest with a GPS.
His gang. I want. What was it? He put it on his live stream. I'm with my gang, and I said, "What is your gang with mobility sticks and walking sticks?" And he got really annoyed with it. It's like the only gang is either old elderly people that he begs money for mowing their lawn, or just begs money anyway. That's where he's got all of his bloody bought subs from, not 100k a month. What a load of bollocks. Then he's saying 100 quid for every bloody song he releases with his producer. What a load of bollocks.
On your leg, a top shotter whose whole future's a dread. Inmate number 58.
And the way he's added his inmate number, I had to laugh. That was absolutely fantastic. I didn't even know that. Inmate number 5821. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a thumbnail with that on it. I've got to. Absolutely, I've got to.
One, that's your new name. It's easy to say it, put your lies to shame. You're a ghost king whose kingdom is a care home. A top shotter who will never again roam free. You're a disgrace to the name, a fucking bottom feeder in the game of life. Filled with shame. You're not a ghost king or a top shotter. You're just Caleb. And that's the biggest diss of all. Caleb.
That is a fantastic song and diss track. Well done, Vexo. That was absolutely fantastic. So, I'm going to leave it here because I've got another one to react to. And someone new has done a diss track against me. And it doesn't hit at all. Some of the lines are clever, but it doesn't hit very hard. So, anyway, let's get into that one next. But for this video, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. So before I do this reaction video, I just want to show you something, why I think something's happened. So if I go to here and go, it's already up there, Ghost King, his channel does not appear at all. It's just some other YouTube accounts that's called Ghost King, but it does not come up. His channel has been deleted. I wonder why. Is it to do with his supposed girlfriend getting onto his channel and deleting some videos? Or is it to do with the bought subscribers and views? Is it to do with his court case? Well, we don't know. I wonder why. Anyway, let's get into this reaction video, shall we? Okay, so I'm currently at work, so I've got to do this quickly. This is his new channel, Zarnak's new channel, and it's called Top Shotter. So that is where Vexo got shot diss track from. So Top Shotter, I said earlier on it had 111 subscribers. Well, it's now got 133. It's not impossible to get 20 odd subscribers, but he's probably bought them, which I wouldn't be surprised. And he's only got 2 videos. One of them's got 18,000 views in the last 6 days. Wonder where his money's going. And the other one's got 35,000 views. For the first video on a channel that is very minute, it just doesn't happen. Because in the YouTube algorithm, you've got to have a balance between subscribers and views to get actually more popular. But for the first video on this channel, and it's got 35,000 views, the algorithm just does not make sense. It's just simple, plain and simple. He has bought more subscribers and he's bought more views. And it's plain and simple, 35,000 and 18,000. and they've got no likes, as far as I'm aware. So it just doesn't make sense. Just thought I'll add that as well.